One of the elements that's been especially challenging with the fentanyl epidemic is family members of those that lose their lives or those that have survived and are recovering from addiction. The fact that there's more communication and conversation around this is huge in their grieving processes and reducing stigma. We are considered a rural resort community. We have about 60,000 residents, and we have over 200 nonprofits registered with addresses here in Eagle County. Most of those organizations are working on prevention. I also believe that when a crisis happens, resources and energy goes towards the intervention, treatment, and recovery aspect. Yet we have providers in those realms that also work very well with our prevention providers. Here at Mountain Youth, we have a whole area dedicated to building youth voice and youth opportunities for leadership. And we get to work primarily with high schoolers and now middle schoolers on that. Recently, some of the projects have had to do with supporting their peers that identify as LGBTQ, environmental causes, and mental and behavioral health supports. Here in Eagle County, like many areas, we have a lot of behavioral health needs and physical health needs and opportunities. And so if those are addressed and supports are provided, it looks like a community that's really healthy and really safe. So there's an annual conference that's held in Summit County called the Shared Risk and Protective Factors Conference. It's an incredible event bringing together prevention professionals from around the state and beyond. And we bring youth to that. There was a session on tobacco 21. So at the time, the minimum age for purchasing tobacco products in the state was 18. And that piqued their curiosity of what? Like there could be an opportunity for us as a community to change that to 21. So they were inspired by that presentation and came back and put together presentations, presented town council to town council in our community with about 6 different jurisdictions, and were able to make a case with their peers on why we should be a tobacco 21 community, why it was not okay, and what the risks were associated with early tobacco and other substance use. And we got approval with flying colors. For me, most of the prevention areas that I've had experience in and am passionate about are education, health, and youth and family services. And so when I think about why prevention is a great fit for me and motivates me professionally and personally, it's to create a healthier and safer community where all youth can thrive. Many folks in prevention already have done most of what they need in order to go for this credential. It does take a time investment to get that organized. The website itself and the guidance that's offered to pursue the credential is pretty well organized. It's very clear, in my opinion, about what sorts of trainings need to be achieved in order to pursue, and then how they're organized, representing the different realms that a candidate needs to pursue education in. When we look at who's certified in the state, there's a lot less, albeit growing, representation in rural communities, and so I really wanted to help spread the word and show folks that it is attainable. It adds a huge amount of credibility to the prevention field. So often we're sort of thought of as like an aside, or maybe it's a shorter term career path on someone's way to something bigger. And the fact that we can have a few letters to put behind our names and title, it's also very fulfilling. I sometimes do question, am I in a role that's making the biggest impact that I can? And I wonder, if I was working in a clinical setting or in recovery, can I make more of a dent? However, a benefit of the prevention field, while it's hard work, I don't feel like it has that same level of maybe the fatigue or the burnout as folks in other fields, because it's so positive and motivating, and we're around people that want to do great work.